we continue with what is it, chapter 2, Halachah number 6. It's pretty long. Okay, so and it says, so we're going to read without commentary, then go back. A person is forbidden to act in a smooth tongue and luring manner. He should not speak one thing outwardly and think otherwise in his heart. Rather, his inner self should be like his self, which he shows to the world. What he feels in his heart should be the same the words on his lips. It is forbidden. You know how many people fail in this? It is forbidden to deceive people, even non-Jews. For example, one should not sell a Gentile the meat of animal that has not been ritually slaughtered, as it were ritually slaughtered meat, nor a shoe made from the hide of the animal, which has died on the natural causes, as it were made of the hide of the slaughtered animal. Apologies, I just learned it somewhere in another source. One should not press his colleague to share a meal with him when he knows that the colleague will not accept the invitation, nor should he press the presents upon him when he knows that the colleague will not accept them. He should not open casks, supposedly, for the colleague, in which he must which he must open for sale in order to deceive him into thinking that they have been opened in his honor. The same applies with all of the matters of this sort. It is forbidden to utter a single word deception or fraud. Rather, one should have only a truthful speech, the proper spirit of heart, pure from all deceit and trickery. It's amazing halachah. Alright, so from the beginning, and we're going to explain. A person is forbidden to act in a smooth tongue and luring manner. Person is forbidden to us. So it's not a good trait or not a good trait. Is absolutely forbidden for a Jew to be like that. Okay, a second. Okay, so he said it is forbidden for a person to act. In the previous halachah, Rambam taught that we must speak with composure. Okay. In this halachah, he explained that we should not use the ability to control our speech and deceive others. So to speak with composure, meaning that, as we said last time, this halachah was about silence, right? So meaning do not answer. Right, do not speak and glance and stuff like that, right? So in this case, a person should not act in a smooth tongue manner. Okay, so in this case, in the previous halachah, Rambam taught that we must speak with composure. In this halachah, he explained that we should not use use our ability to control our speech to deceive others. Meaning, I'm not going to tell him everything, right? Talking to that person, I would exercise this silence trait, right? But inside, I'm going to hate him very much. Okay. Right, a person should not act in smooth tongue and luring manner. Commentary. This is included in the third category of speech mentioned Halachah 4. From the structure of Halachah 4. From the structure of this Halachah, it appears that Rambam is referred to the different prohibitions that against the deception mentioned later on. However, he does not define whether the prohibition is a Torah command or a rabbinical prohibition. Okay, right. Right. So, I mean, Torah says that we have to stay away from lies. So that's for sure. Okay. So whether it comes under that category or not, okay, I don't know. A person is forbidden to act in a smooth and luring manner. He should not speak one thing outwardly and think otherwise in his heart. So it's better to keep quiet, right? I just said it, right? Speak one thing outwardly and otherwise in his heart. 75. Two sources have been suggested for this clause. A, there is a three whom God hates. He who says one thing in his speech and another in his heart. It's from Pesachim 1:13b, meaning that Hashem. It's very important that Hashem hates many people. Not many, but some categories of people. So one of them is actually this hypocrites, right? It says that, well, if somebody is hypocrite, and if you in a company of hypocrite, guess what? Shina is not there, right? All of this lather, all of this what is it? Kiss-ups. He's not there. Okay. So again, there are three of whom God hates, and one who says one thing in his speech and another in his heart. And next one, B, a person should not say this thing in speech and another in his heart. Baba Metzia 49a, right? So one thing in speech and another in his heart. Okay. Rather, his inner self should be like the self which should shows to the world. Okay, and it's very important. So, like as you see, for sure you know that many people are such a hypocrites. Like, and nobody asks them, and it's not like, and they're not under the pressure. Sometimes maybe you're under the pressure, and it's if you say something wrong, the World War III is going to start. But many times nobody's asking them, nobody like pressure them, and they feel obligated to speak all of deceits, right, and false compliments. Right. Rather, the inner self should be like the self that's shown to the world, right? So meaning, if you don't want to speak, you're not obligated. But if you're going to speak what is inside of you, right? Meaning, if you can't contemplate, if you're not sure, so don't say. But right, but we have to be true to ourselves. 76 commentary. Yoma 72b states, a wise man whose inner self is not like a self he has shown to the world is not a wise man. Again, a wise man whose inner self is not like a self, right, he shows to the world is not a wise man. Meaning, if inside he is like one and another like outside he is different, so that's he's not a wise man. Okay, we're going to explain. Rambam rephrases the quote in a positive context and connects it to a speech. But and sometimes it would seem like when somebody, like when you know somebody, and this person shared with you his idea, his approach, or her approach, right? And now you see how that person speaks to the other people, to the other person, and they say opposite to what you heard. So is it person automatically hypocrite? It's not necessarily. Not necessarily for some to some people. You need a special approach. You cannot tell them like the truth in their face because they're not ready. It's not going to work out. So with them, you need gradual revelation of the truth. You understand? So we cannot just judge just somebody somebody said one thing and now they say it like a little different. Maybe not completely different, but not like before that he said that this is white. Now he said that this is black, right in front of like different people. It's not like that, but something similar. And we have to understand that sometimes there are two different people would require two different approaches. And I think we start releasing these clips where. Should be or should be not visit the grave of tzaddikim, right? So, and it was actually inspired with a conversation with somebody, right? With somebody, so that person thought that maybe I give two different answers to different people. So, and the two different people needed two different answers for sure, right? One who is not going to consult me anyway. right? He's a big tzaddik, I hope, right? I mean, he's very, very like very nice person. So I mean, I'll let him do whatever he wants. But somebody who would ask me the question, I said absolutely not. To tzaddik, I gave him blessing. Do whatever you want, right? But so somebody asked me, I said absolutely not. So that person heard it and said, like, how is it possible? So I gave 9 answers to that person. Why is it? I'm not sure how many we recorded. Maybe we recorded 5 and 3 I have. Maybe 4 I have. Okay, but that's very common. So don't jump to conclusions right away. Sometimes there are two advices to 2 different people. Like same you go to a doctor, right? You have a same doctor. I don't know what is it? Some internal doctor. Like somebody has a problem with the kidneys, right? So to one person he said do this, and to the other person he say don't do this, but do the different procedure. Like do exercises, do I don't know, like the pills, do like the vitamins or something. You understand? Is he hypocrite? No, there are 2 different situations, right? So we take this approach in general, and we have this approach, right? That we must say whatever is true, always whatever is our heart on one hand. On another hand, we have to, when we wanted to help somebody, we have to have a different approach. So sometimes you would not release the whole truth at one point, in one shot, because it's not going to work. It's not going to help. All right. So it's very, very interesting topic. But again, if you're trying to help, but many people, they just shoot from the hip for no reason. There is no constructive purpose, and then they're not trying to help anybody. Okay. 76. Continue. What he feels in his heart should be the same as the words on his lips. 77. Okay. So commentary. Rashi to Bereshit 37:4. Comments that the verse which teaches that Yosef's brother could not speak to him pleasantly reveals their virtue while describing their faults. Reveals their virtues while describing their faults. For it showed that they would not hide their feelings from him. Right. Right. So they were they wrong to treat Yosef like this? Okay, maybe they were wrong, right? Right, but at least they would not be hypocrites. So Yosef knew exactly how they felt. They did not approve his going to his father. You understand? So it's actually, as Rashi there said, that it's actually a compliment. They're not hypocrites. You understand? So sometimes you just keep quiet if you you know that the person is not going to, whatever we say is not going to help person. So we ought to keep quiet. Okay. But the hypocrite, yeah, absolutely not. Quiet, no problem. Continue. It is forbidden to deceive people, even non-Jews. Guess what? 78. The Sefer HaKovetz states that the prohibition against theft also forbid deception quoted by Aridba, Hulin 94a, who is also of this opinion. Right? That prohibits against theft, also forbidden deception. So the deception gnevas da'as. So it's also when the description of this is it's gneva meaning what is it? Theft, right? The theft of the mind, meaning deception. Okay. And Rambam also mentioned prohibition in Hilchos Mechira 18:1, but does not mention the source of it there either. The Tur and Shulchan Aruch group this prohibition together with the prohibition anat dvarim, wronging a colleague with the words. So it's one of the actually 613 commandments, right? That we cannot wrong somebody with our words, like to insult somebody, right? However, the Rambam does not link these two together. The mention of this concept, both here in Hilchos Mechira, reveals that there are 2 aspects of the prohibition. One involves business, business transaction, and one is ethical of nature, right? Meaning it does not cost somebody anything, like these shoes from the animal, right? The Rambam emphasizes the two aspects in his commentary to Mishnah Kelim 12:7, where he elaborates on the prohibition against deceiving Gentiles. Also mentioned aspect Hil HaShem, right? We had this clip also, right? Desecrating God's name. Okay. He concludes, a man will acquire debased character traits by performing all these deeds, all the wicked deeds, which God has stated that his views are detestable, right? That he's which God has tested that his view that detestable. So Hashem said it's not good. So a person doing that, so he's going to be like torn as one aware is going to bring to another way. So like what we can get from this commentary, I don't know. Okay, so I mean, okay, so he's trying to see the source of the Rambam. Okay. All right, so it was, what is it, 78. Okay, so it is forbidden to deceive people, even non-Jews. Okay, so when a person deceives a non-Jew, and I don't remember from what book we got it. I don't remember, but we said in a clip clearly. So if you deceive a Jew, so he would think maybe it was from Kitzur, I don't remember, that this Jew is like a low life. His family, this and that, low life. But if a Jew deceived non-Jew, he said all of the Jews like that, like because all of them like this. So it's, of course, it's Hil Hashem. It's much more damage to the whole to the nation of Israel, to the whole world, than to deceive a Jew. Okay, it's not like a deceiving Jew is allowed, but we got the point. For example, one should not sell a Gentile a meat of the animal which has not been ritually slaughtered, right? As if it ritually slaughtered meat. For example, I give you this example. I never ask why, right? But in a butcher store where we go, there are many non-Jews. Not many, but I don't know how to say, like percentage-wise, maybe 20%. 20% non-Jews, and they buy meat from this guy, like people, even Christians, like you understand, they're Christians, but they believe in something, I don't know, in this in a shkita or something. So next to this guy's store, like next door, there is another store that sells non-kosher meat and halal meat and whatever. So and many people, like at least as I saw, like 20%, maybe even more, 25% people who comes to this guy are Jews, right? Not Jews, and they actually like as we know, like kosher meat costs more, right? And they want to buy. So if this person, let's say if, like if something like some people call him, let's say from this meat packing factory, right, and said, you know what, this one box what we send you actually not kosher. We just found out. Please throw it to the garbage, and that's it, right? So technically he can throw it to the garbage, or he can say, I'm not going to sell to non-Jews, to Jews. I'm going to sell to non-Jews. Right, and he said, Mr. John, actually have today's customer appreciation day, half a price, especially for you. Right, it's a one day only. I got special deal, this and that. You buy the whole piece, and the guy is happy. Like, does the John care that it's not kosher? I mean, technically, is he not allowed? No, he's allowed to eat not kosher, right? But and the price is good. And this guy, this butcher, let's say, he does not overcharge. He sells even cheaper than not kosher meat. Still, it's not allowed, because in the mind of this non-Jew, like that this meat is kosher. You understand? So that's absolutely forbidden. Okay, coming to this instance is derived from Hulin 94a, which explained that Shmuel rebuked his attendant for doing so. I don't remember what was it. Oh, Shmuel is from from the Talmud. Okay, I don't remember the story, but okay. All right. So again, for example, one should not sell Gentile a meat of animal which has not been ritually slaughtered. Okay, maybe it died. Oh, okay. So meaning again, this non-Jew would not would like it's not a stumbling block. Nothing, right? He's not obligated to eat kosher. He decided to eat kosher, but he's not obligated. And would he violate anything if he would eat non-kosher meat? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Still not allowed. Commentary. And so the Gentile would think that the Jew is honoring him by selling him meat, and that he would eat himself, right? So yeah, this this prohibition applies even if one does not sell at the price of ritually slaughtered meat. Again, the guy is from my example, he got like a lower price, right? Why does he care? Right? Still not allowed. Next one, nor a shoe made with the height of the animal which has died of the natural causes, as if it were made from the height of slaughtered animal. Again, there is a big difference. I mean, I know it's only from the Talmud, right? That the heights from the slaughtered animal, like it's much tougher, right? Than the animal. If the animal die on its own from the sickness or old age, or I don't know, from who knows what. You understand? So like the slaughtered animal is the best. The skin. Okay. So I mean, can you tell like by looking at it? I don't think so, right? But it's like a better quality. Okay. Continue. One should not press his colleague to share the meal with him if he knows that the colleague will not accept his invitation. Right. So what is it? The guy said. What does he say? I have a class at 8 p.m. Right? Every day I have a, yes, every day I have a, so I say, oh, please, we prepare like something like barbecue for you. Can we start at 8, please? No, I told you. Oh, you told me. Oh, I'm sorry. We bought all of these special meats for you. Like, it's so nice to see you at 8. But can you do 8:30? I told you it's 3 hours class. Oh, no, it's going to be too late. We cannot wait till 11. So, maybe another time. Okay, maybe another time. Guess what? Right? So... So that's one of these things, right? And person think like in his mind like he's smart and and they do have a meal at 8 p.m. right? They do have a meal at this. His neighbor sees them through the window. Let's say I don't know that they have a meal, but like this invitation was fake. Next one, nor should he press presents upon him when he knows that Caleb will not accept it. So he bought him, I don't know, something like a fishing rod. So the guy said, fishing rod, I don't know. No, it's good. You don't understand. I've been waiting until they release this fishing rod like for I don't know, 3 years, and now I thought of you like. I don't need. No, please take it. The guy say, I don't need it. This and that. So that's this useless present that person does not need. Right. One should not appear to show generosity when he knows that the person will not accept it. Like I think I told you a few cases when these children, grown-up children, of course, decided to give their elderly mother, a gift like smartphone. I mean, maybe some elderly people into technology, maybe they can figure out. Other people, they do not care about the smartphone. Just give the flip phone, and they spend $1,000 or how many dollars, like it's absolutely not necessary, and it's like it's a gift that is not needed. You understand? But it looks like it's very generous gift, but it's useless. But like a person that I learned with during the day. So he was supposed to call me, and I see a unknown number, no caller ID. I usually don't pick up. It's one of these clowns would call me with their complaints about our videos. But this time I picked up, and guess what? It was him. I said, "What happened?" And he told me he's not into technology very much. Kids gave him this fancy schmancy phone. I don't know, iPhone probably, right? And he does not know how to use it. He messed up this, and he turned his caller ID off by mistake. You understand? He said, I don't use the internet. I just need to call person. That's it. And even when I sent him picture from my phone, he would open up on his computer and look in the computer. He does not know how to open on a cell phone. He does not know how bigger or smaller. Okay, so I mean, is it good to give somebody gifts like that? I don't know. Depends. I mean, he's very good in Torah. He can find anything. He's very good in Torah, but in technology, not so much. So, I mean, of course, kids like wanted to do the best, but you have to understand, right? So, like some gifts are not acceptable, right? Of course, he accepted, but he said, I would prefer to have a flip phone. Okay. 83. Okay. One should not appear to show generosity when he knows that it will not be accepted. Okay. He should not open cask of supposedly for his colleague, right? Which he must open for sale in order to deceive him into thinking that they have been opened in his honor. So the guy has a guest and he said, you know what? You're such a dear person to me. You help me. You respect me. I respect you. And in your honor, I'm going to open this cask of wine, like specially for you. And guess what? Today's Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday, and he wants to sell this wine. He's going to open tomorrow anyway. You understand? And he just want to open before and then taste it. Is it good? Maybe it's sour. Maybe this. Maybe that. And they offer his neighbor a little, so like in his honor. You understand? But in that person, oh, for my honor, the whole cask of wine. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, and it's absolutely forbidden to act like that. Commentary. Chulin in the same place, meaning 94a. Question this prohibition, noting that Rav Yehuda opened barrel of wine in honor of Ula. It explained that since they were close friends, this gesture is permitted. Okay. So continue. The same applies with all matters of this sort. So I mean the examples endless. So basically if we go to the first line, as we said, if person would like follow his heart, whatever is his heart, so just say like let's drink some wine. I'd like to I'd like to offer you wine, and they say, and the guy said, no, if it's for me, do not open. So no, it's for you, and I'm going to sell tomorrow. So now that person, there is no problem, since he has to open anyway this barrel of wine. There is no problem. It's not because of me. But people feel obligated when we do some like special gestures for them, right? So and it's like never does for sure. It is forbidden to utter single word of deception or fraud. Single word. 85. The Lechem Mishnah notes that this expression leads to the conclusion that if a person remains silent, he may perform an action which his colleague might misinterpret for having been carried out of his honor. However, so we're going to return to this. However, the Rambam makes no mention of misleading talk when speaking about prohibition against opening casks which are for sale. Moreover, here the prohibition against deception is mentioned within the context of the character faults. Therefore, it appears that the detriment is not whether one speaks or not. Okay, so let's try to understand this commentary again. So Lechem Mishnah, meaning commentary. notes that this expression, meaning that one should not utter even a single word, leads to the conclusion that if person remains silent, right, and just and he may perform the action which his scarlet misinterpreted has been carried in his honor. It's saying no, please don't do it. And he will do like a smiling face and this and that, and he's not answering, and he's continuing. So meaning that again, it's like a fraud. So I mean, this person projecting this thought that he did it in his colleague's honor or opening this cask, right, without saying one word. So because people might have conclude from Rambam speech, right? It's very interesting, right? So he performed the action which his colleague might misinterpret, having been carried out in his honor. However, Rambam makes no mention of misleading talk, right? Misleading talk when speaking about prohibition against opening the casks, which are for sale, right? Meaning even he did not say anything, right? He said he should not open the cask and offer this colleague of his. Moreover, here the prohibition against deception is mentioned with the context of the character flaws, right? So deception, character faults. So a character fault does not matter. You spoke out loud, did not speak. You just did a gesture, just like a smile in some way that implying to something to the person, and that's it. So that's a character flaw, right? Meaning that deception. Therefore, it appears that the detriment is not whether one speak or not, meaning because that's showed his character, right? Rather, one should have only truthful speech, a proper spirit in his heart, a pure of deceit and trickery. Again, we're going to read. Rather, one should have only truthful speech. Again, if you don't speak, keep quiet. A proper spirit, right? Or proper spirit, and the heart pure from deceit and trickery. Right? Be straight with Hashem and with other people. Hashem will bless. So if Hashem tells us to act like this, meaning that in person acts according to Hashem's wishes, so it's impossible for a person to lose. You understand? We have to remember, it cannot be. You doing Hashem will, and because of this, He's going to punish you. It's not possible. Okay, so in commentaries say the three phrases have a biblical ring. Okay, we find true speech will be established forever. True speech will be established forever from Mishlei 12:19, and God create pure heart for me and renew a proper spirit within me. Without commentary, it's hard to understand, but okay. God created a pure heart for me, right? Initially, the heart is pure, and renew the proper spirit within me. From Psalms 51:12. These closing lines recall the beginning of the Halachah, which stresses that one's speech must reflect the feelings in one's heart. Right, feelings in one heart. Don't deceive people. Okay, so let me see if we have any questions on what we said, because we finished this Halachah. Okay, so let's try, maybe we'll do one more Halachah. Okay, so Halachah number 7, and it says, so read without commentary. One should neither be constantly laughing and a jester, nor sad and depressed, but happy. Our sages declared jesting and lightheadedness accustomed to lewdness, for sure. They also directed that a man should not laugh without control, nor be sad and mournful, but receive everyone in a friendly manner. Similarly, he should not be greedy, rushing for wealth and possessions, nor lazy and idler from work. Rather, he should be of a good eye, and limit his business endeavors, so that he may occupy himself with the Torah study. He should be happy with a little of his lot. He should not be quarrelsome, of everyone, of envious temperament, full of desires, nor pursue honor. Our sages have said, envy, desire, and honor remove men from this life in this world. The general principle is that one should follow the midpoints qualities of each temperament until all his traits are aligned at the midpoint. This is what is implied by Shlomo's statement: make even the turning of your foot, and make your ways firm. All your makes firm. Okay, so let's do from the beginning and try to explain. Okay, it's amazing halach. One should neither be constantly laughing and a jester, nor sad and depressed. So some people like hysterical laughing, like constantly, like giggling, like men and women, same. Right? It's very, very annoying, and it's not proper. It's not proper when a person who wants to hear jokes, say jokes, and everything should be fun, or if it's not fun, it's not good, and stuff like that, right? And sad also, it's not good when person is sad and depressed, and right, it's not good. It's not healthy. It's not healthy, and it's not productive for our source of HaShem, as we said before, that when a prophet is depressed, HaShem is not there. He's not going to talk to him, right? So in order to receive prophecy, person must be happy. That's why they had to play music for him, right? Okay, but Rambam said a person must be happy. Well, why should be happy? Because you were chosen one of the out of 8 billion or 9 billion people. I don't know how many billions, right? Jew, like, it's like from 15 to 20 million people. It's like not even rounding error. If they when they say it's 8 billion, 8.5 billion, like half a billion people, they just write off, right? Nobody cares. 8.3 and right, all of these crazy numbers. So right, you're a Jew, you're going to the good place. BeEzrat Hashem. Hashem chose me to serve Him out of all of the people. Does He care about the people? Absolutely not. That's just His creation. Me, very, very much, right? So that's just, so think about it. You have to be just dancing on the street. Like me, like a person who won the lottery. Would he care that somebody think that he's crazy? Absolutely not. Right? Because he won the lottery. Okay. So, but be happy. Okay, no, normal, not without giggling, without, right? Just be happy. Our sages declared, Hours 3:16, jesting and light-handedness accustom one to lewdness, right? So he's laughing too very loud, and she's laughing too loud. So like it's attract attention and bring some thought to people's mind, right? Again, jesting and light-handedness accustom to lewdness. Commentary. Though the Rambam's desires that the middle path be taken in this area as well, by citing this statement, he appears to imply that greater harm can come from lightheadedness than the sadness. So sadness, maybe a person is going to go sleep earlier or something, right? But like at least the damage is contained. But when somebody is more on the happy side, like a lightheadedness side, so the more damage is going to make. So even though we're talking about midpoint, but midpoint like closer to sadness, not exactly sad, but happy, but away from this lightheadedness. Very interesting comment. Continue. They also directed that a man should not laugh without control, right? Nor be sad and mournful, right? Laughing without control, and there are people like that. They constantly need. Many people ask me what a comedy kosher. I say how the comedy can be kosher. Like how can, like, first of all, it's a waste of Torah, bittul Torah for sure, right? If you want to like something funny, I don't know. So what? First of all, why are you depressed to begin with? So if you need something to laugh, like, well, what's going on in your life? So maybe we have to take care of that issue and explain to you and resolve this issue, so you would not be depressed. So you would not need to go to the comedy clubs or something like kosher and Jewish. I mean, they, I'm not sure if it's a kosher comedian. I'm not sure. I don't know. Most likely he's going to embarrass somebody, right? Be it a Jew or non-Jew, for sure. Like, and even if he's will try to talk about things and not people, it's only a matter of time that he's going to make a joke about people, right? Guaranteed. Okay, so again, they also directed that a man should not laugh without control, nor not be sad in mournful. 90. There is no explicit statement to that effect in the Talmud. However, Brachas 31a, Shabbos 30a, and Sanhedrin 59b stresses the negative aspect of sadness. So when a person is sad, he or she is not going to perform. So that's the advice from Yetzer Hara, right? But receive everyone, right? But like middle row, receive everyone with a friendly manner. Okay, friendly manner. Of course, if they're Rishaim, we should not, but like normal people. Oh, it's you again. Like, normally. Continue. Commentary. With a spirit of will and gentility. With a spirit of will and gentility. Okay. This statement is authored by Shammai. In Avos 3:12, quotes Rabbi Ishmael as stating, "Receive everyone with joy." Okay. On that Mishnah, Rambam comments, "This surpasses Shammai with a friendliness countenance." So be friendly and with joy is, of course, there are two different things. Friendly is nice, right? But joy is a lot. Do I personally know people that receive other people in joy? With joy, I'm not sure. I'm sure I do not know, right? But okay, but that's our goal. The commentaries have a question: why Rambam favors Shammai's position here? Meaning with a happy, right? With joy. Among the answers, the answer offers is that ability to receive everyone with happiness is considered realm of pious behavior beyond the measure of the law. Right. So again, among the answers offered is the ability to receive everyone with happiness, right? Because in every person there is something positive. Everyone with happiness, consider realm of pious person, right? Meaning that for sure you're not obligated, so you're going to above the letter of the law, which is always good. Okay, no problem. Continue. Similarly, he should not be greedy. The Hebrew Hebrew literally means the vast soul, implying that one enslaved by his desires. He find the term. We find the term is used Avos 5:17. So vast soul meaning that a person needs everything. Like why do you need? Like why do you care? Like a person is everybody's business. Understand? Vast soul. However, there Rambam interprets it referring to a person who pursues the sexual gratification. Okay, the vast soul. Okay, I mean it could be like this or like that. Right, unsatisfiable. Continue. Again, the whole sentence. A similar person should not be greedy. So we explain. Russian for wealth and possessions. So that they need possessions, like so much, like I don't know. Unfortunately, we had a neighbor next to us, Jews, right? I think they were in the they were Holocaust survivors. I mean, he was older. The wife was younger. maybe she was a little kid during the Holocaust in Poland, and not religious, but her nephew became religious, right? It's very interesting, and she was like collecting everything, like very rich, Baruch Hashem. And when she passed away, very fast, she had got cancer, Chas v'shalom, and passed. Like they were selling her furniture, like so much furniture. There were only 2 people living in the house, like so much furniture. There were like trucks and trucks, like 2 or 3 trucks, like coming to get stuff from their house. And so, I was like we have a small, not too small, but not such a big apartments. I'm not sure like where can you fit all the furniture, all these things, right? So the people try to collect as much as possible, right? And everything was top quality, top. It's not like from IKEA or something, or your local store, like some like wood furniture, like you see like handmade. Very interesting. I mean, not interesting, but sad, I guess. Okay, so similarly, we should not be greedy, rush into wealth and possessions. This phrase borrows from Mishlei. Okay. Nor lazy, right? So not greedy, not try to acquire possession, right? Nor lazy and idle from work, right? So a person must work. So we came here to work, and it says in Avos 1:10, love work. So whatever work is, right? Person must be busy all the days of their life, right? Love work. And Avos the Rabbi Natan 11:1 says a person only dies because of idleness. Not our commentary to chapter 1, Halachah 4. So as we said before, some people retire and they were like active with their work. Let's say non-Jews, like they are afraid to retire. They start traveling. They go to cruises. They go to travel. They rent this I don't know, RV, whatever, right? RV that they call it, recreational vehicle, and they travel from state to state, from park to park, to watch the birds, and we stay only 3 days and 5 days there. Right, and they do everything in order not to die. It's so sad, right? Because they know that they saw the other friends who retired, right, and had nothing to do in their life. So and they die from idleness, right? Very sad. Okay, with Jews it's not like that. Like with a Jew, when Jew retires, if he was a Torah observer all his life, right, or became Belchua, that doesn't matter. So the day is busy anyway. Now he has more free time to learn Torah. That's it. That's totally changes, but still he's busy. Like before, he was going to the Shachar. So in my place, the Shachar is like very early. I mean, compared to other places, very early, because there are many working men and they have to be at their work like very early, like maybe commuting this and that. So they basically they have to like finish by 7, no matter what. So meaning. Tomorrow we start at 6:10, right? So like even person retired, he can like other people would sleep till 9 or something, but this guy he has to get up at 5:30 or something, right, or 5 or even earlier. Like if he wanted to say carbonas and to be in the shul, and then again for Mincha he must be there, and then there are classes, this and that. So. A very active way of life, right? Continue. Similar. One second. We said not too greedy, possessions, and nor lazy and idle from work. Rather, he should be of a goodly eye, right? Goodly eye, and limit his business endeavors, so that he may occupy himself with Torah. and study. So, and actually we said it like in answering the question many times, many times. So again, rather he should be goodly eye. So what does it mean? 95. In his commentary to the Mishnah Avos 212, Rambam defines the latter term as satisfied with what one has, and adds that this is one of the highest ranked of character traits. So Rambam calls the highest ranks of character traits is what, when somebody is satisfied with his life, with his lot. So meaning what? Whatever Hashem gave me, that's all I need. Other people have a lot. Other people have a lot. What do I have to do with that? Did they take something is mine? No, nobody can take anything that belongs to you. Right. So, and it's surprising, but it says that it's the higher ranks. Right. Maybe it's like people say, no, if I only were born in this family, or only if I can marry this person, can marry that person, or if I had a brain of this person, I would be so smart. I would be like a big businessman or big rabbi, big this, big that. If a woman, if I would have a looks of that person, that lady, this lady, all this nonsense. So Hashem put us in a specific situation. He gave us all of the tools that we need to perform and be successful. We have to remember, whatever we have, whatever we need to succeed in our life, we have it. We have all of the tools. So whatever, but if, for example, we're going to advance, and Hashem said, oh, you need the different tools, I'm going to send you different tools, whatever tools means, money or other talents, whatever. It's like in my mind, right? Somebody's working in a mechanic shop. Right, first they hire him and he check only tire pressure. Okay, then he tried to fix flat tire. Then he said, let me work on the brakes. Let me take apart like I don't know, transmission or something. I mean, some like, of course, to take out transmission, he has to have different set of tools. So the boss said, okay, here's the tools for you. You understand? But if a person is still checking the tire pressure and he wants the set of tools that cost thousands of dollars, it's not reasonable. You understand? But most of the people in my mind is like that. They don't use they don't need all of these things because they're not going to use all of these tools, right? So, but if person like advances, for sure Hashem is going to bless. Okay, continue. So that's a goodly eye. Just commented. And limit his business endeavors so that he may occupy himself with Torah study. Meaning, as we said many times, and it's from our holy sources, that a person must work like the least hours possible, right, and get enough money. So I mean, if like to begin with, so the salary is not enough, so don't take this job, or its salary is a lot. And I remember like speaking to people that used to work in my company, and it was very good experience working in my company. And I mean, we were famous, stuff like that, and people who left and find another job, all of this on my people that on my level, but look, they became like not CEO, presidents. Like in company that it could be 15 presidents, different presidents, like president of this department, like a minute, like all of them, not all of them, but many of them, like on this department, that department. Then we would speak, and the guy described his responsibility. So he's a slave. Yeah, he got the position, he got this business card on one hand. On another hand, so he sold his life completely for this money. Yeah, maybe his family enjoy, and kids can go to the private schools. Most of them were not Jews, right? So to all of this, but what do you get? Like, what do you give in return? Your life completely. They work 24/7 like slaves. Yeah, they got a lot of money, but still slaves. You understand? So a Jew cannot be like that. So if you see that job is too demanding, and now like in my area where I work, like when the people are getting hired, it's they give you annual salary. It's expected that you're going to work overtime. Nobody's asking, like nobody ever asks like for compensation for working overtime, because it's like a business standard. You understand? So Jews should not be like that. They offer you a good job, good position, money, but you see, would I be able to work with pray with minyan, right? In the morning, right? Is this minyan for mincha? Would I get back home for a marif? Stuff like that. So you have to see would I be able to learn Torah during the day, or only on Shabbos, like when I sleep and tired from all of this exhausting work during the week. So we have to take into consideration. So if person goes about the money, right, only for money, so this job is going to bury him, right? So that's we have to be smart about it. Again, if it's not enough money he's going to make, they offer him not enough, and he's not going to have like peace of mind. Should I get a second job, or should I push my wife to get a part-time? Should I get my kids like to babysit? Like also like you would have maybe extra time to learn Torah, but you're not going to have peace of mind. Also, I have to be like balanced, right? But many times people just sell their life for this thing. So me personally, I never got promoted in my job. So I knew like you get promotion, you're being enslaved. So I said, no, I'm fine. So but you've been here for many years. I said, fine, but you're talented. I say, I'm not very talented. I'm talented whatever I do, and I'm going to continue to do whatever I do, and I get my paycheck. I'm very happy. You understand? So everybody like worried, like climbing to the top to be a manager. Say you're going to be good manager. Right, very good, because I saw it exactly this mission, exactly, right? It's again, and his business endeavor, right? 1 second, and his and limit his business endeavors so that he may occupy himself with the Torah study. Okay. Commentary 96. See, I was 412. In Hilchos Talmud Torah 3 and Halachas 10 and 11, Rambam writes, anyone who comes to conclusion that he should involve himself in Torah study without doing work and derive his livelihood from charity, desecration of God's name, right? Desecrates God's name, dishonors Torah, extinguishes the light of faith, brings evil upon himself, and forfeits the life in the world to come. It is tremendous advantage for a person to derive his livelihood from his own efforts. Okay, so like for people who never heard about this halakha, it's actually shock. How come all of the kollel people of this rabbi who work for Salach, how is it possible? Right. So to be supported by charity, it's like. Again, what Rambam say, and of course many poskim disagree with him, and but it's a very strong language, and they say exactly why they disagree. Rambam is different. He has this profession. He's a doctor. He's a physician, so he can do both. But not everybody is like Rambam. Many people, if they go to the workforce, and for example, in my company there was no part-time. I offered that. I said, please, I'd like to work part time, but then I contemplated I would lose my medical insurance. You have to work like certain hours to get the medical insurance. But okay, so basically you had to work for full time, right? So again, right? So you have to basically choose this or that. Or if you want to combine, you have to find the balance. Again, anyone who comes to the conclusion that he should involve himself Torah study without doing work. So meaning the person is going to study Torah from day to night, right? And derive livelihood from charity, right? Desecrate God's name. So Rambam is was not very favorable of our kollel setup and other things, right? And he dishonors Torah, extinguishes the light of faith, right? Brings the evil upon himself, right? All of the curses, as you see. And forfeits the life in the world to come, meaning the person who gets the money from charity for learning Torah, he forfeits the life in the world to come. So we would think opposite, right? So actually, he learns the more Torah, he does the less averos, because all day he's 12 hours, 10 hours, 9 hours. He's in a call. How can he lose the world to come? Right? There is tremendous advantage for a person to derive his livelihood from his own efforts, right? So from his own efforts, meaning you have some business. Chafetz Chaim had business. Rambam has other people had a little business on the side. So whatever they do, wives work, right, and support the family, like minimum. Nevertheless, in Halachah 7, now this chapter he writes, perhaps one will say, I will interrupt my studies until after I gather money, and then I will return to study. Wow, that's also not good. When people in a kollel, they say, no, I need to get money, right? Until I have enough, and then come back. I will interrupt my study until after I buy what I need, and then when I can divert my attention from my business, right? I will return to study. Meaning, let me do this something, and then maybe go work, and then I buy whatever I need, and then I come back. So many times it's not working, but of course there is as we learn Chafetz Chaim and others like in Europe, right, that they have market fairs, right? There's fairs like once in 6 months or 9 months, once a year. And the Jews, it was a Jewish business for sure. They would buy wholesale from these fairs, and then sell retails, or even sell to other wholesalers. You understand? Of course, take the merchandise, go somebody to the different region and sell with a surplus, and they would be able to live on a proceeds for the entire year. So that's what many Jews were doing, and it was very profitable. So you spend a month, and the 11 months, other months you can take care, you can learn Torah, and many people are doing this, right? So meaning if it was like his job, his shtadlus. Okay, so but here Rambam is talking about, in that example, he's talking about something else, right? So the person said, no, I need to go make money to pay my rent. If you consider such thoughts, you will never merit the crown of the Torah. Meaning, if you live the Torah alone. So it looks like, as we understand from the language, looks like a contradiction. Rather, make your work secondary and your Torah learning fixed matter. Okay. Do not say, when I have free time, I will study, for perhaps you will never have a free time. And I saw it, as I said, many stories with my own eyes, and there are people, they say, no, I cannot keep Shabbos because I have to work on Shabbos, it's double pay. Who needs this double pay? He said, no, I need the hours, I'm going to retire 3 years early. Who said that you're going to retire? Who said that you're going to wake up on Sunday? So people get upset, or you're cursing me, you're like this, you're not nice. You understand? So you try to help people, and okay, so you try to help people, but people think that you're cursing them. Actually, you're wishing them the best. Okay, so people who say, when I have free time I will study, you never get to study. So how do you study? You said, from this time to this time I'm studying, but what if I need to work? So I'm not going to work. So but what if they're going to fire you? They're not going to fire you. If they're going to fire you, Hashem is going to send you even better job. Similarly, Halachah 9 describes the path of students who will succeed in the pursuit of the Torah. They do only minimal amount of work each day to earn their livelihood. If they have nothing else to eat, that's it. So meaning if they have something else to eat, they're not going to work. The rest of their days and nights involved in a Torah study, right? And here he said at night, right? Nights, as the Rambam said, were created only. Why they not? Nights were created for quiet. So all people would go to bed, and the Talmid Chacham and aspiring Talmid Chacham would learn Torah. In chapter 1, Halachah 12, of this halachas, he described the person who spends 3 hours working at his profession, 9 hours in studying the Torah. Okay, so I guess we can finish this halacha. So it was 96. He should be. So we're going to get to this happy state. He should be happy with a little, or I'm sorry. He should be happy with a little, which is his lot, right? So it doesn't matter how big is a lot. So just be happy. Again, Hashem knows your situation. He gave you everything. He gave me all of the tools that we need to succeed. Commentaries say, see Avos 4:1, who is rich, one who is happy with his portion. Meaning a rich person, a billionaire, he's not satisfied because he wants to buy this company, that company, and they're not selling him, and it's very, very expensive, this and that. This Elon Musk clown, right? He wants to buy everything, basically. You understand? So he's not satisfied. But regular person, who has his rent paid, his food, children, wife, everything, he's satisfied. He's very happy. So he's richer than this Elon Musk. You understand? In the following clause, the Rambam does not describe the middle path of behavior, okay, but rather negative tendency which should be avoided. Okay. Continue. He should not be quarrelsome. Commentaries. See. Okay. Note Sefer HaMitzvah, negative commandments 45. Sefer HaMitzvah is Rambam, right? Which quotes Sanhedrin 1:10. Whoever perpetuates an argument transgresses this prohibition. So don't create arguments. Again, he should not be quarrelsome. Of any sometimes if as I said many times, if you just keep quiet, just bite your tongue, that's it for 20 seconds, that's it. You should not be quarrelsome, of envious temperament, full of desires, nor pursue honor, right? Envious temperaments, right? Envious that I need everything, talk about people because they have this and that, okay? Full of desires, not good, right? People call it ambitions, but many times it's useless desire that just drive him out of this world. Full of desires, nor pursue of honor, right? Are they going to say thank you? They're not going to say. Are they going to acknowledge me? Not going to acknowledge me. Our sages have said, envy, desire, and honor remove man from this life in this world, right? And usually when it says remove, do not remove in a good place, right? Because all of these traits, envy, desire, and honor, they for sure they brought very negative outcomes, right, in his life, and now they drive him crazy. And I know people like that, and one of them is fortunately in the nursing home now, and he's stopped recognizing people. Not such an old person. Fortunately, he was always angry. He was always envy, how come this person has. I said, what is it to you? That did he take from you? But he could not take it, unfortunately. I stopped talking to that person a long time ago, but it was some experience. Okay, continue. Commentary. In his commentary to Mishnah, Rambam writes, because of these traits, or any of one, will of necessity cause one to lose the righteous values, right? So meaning, if envy, desire, and honor, so for sure a person is going to lose his righteous values. Such a person will not attain intellectual and moral virtues. Such a person will not attain intellectual or moral virtues because the constant on his mind is going to be envy, desire, and honor. Scary. And last paragraph. The general principle is that one should follow the midpoint quality in each temperament, right? As we said many times, until all he traits are light in the midpoint, right? Of course, we said that the person is sick, spiritually sick, has to go like to the other extreme and try to fix it. But when he fixed it, he returned to the midpoint. The two exceptions, anger and haughtiness, but others like we just go in the midpoint. This is what implied by Shlomo's Hamelech statement: make even the turning of your foot. Make even the turning of your foot, and make all your ways firm. It's from Mishlei 4:26. And commentaries say, the commentaries interpret this term as balance, right? Balance, and see it as a directive to weigh one temperaments and behavior carefully, and see that they even in balance between the two extremes, right? Even the balance between two extremes. Right, we stop here and we finish that chapter. So next chapter is 3. Let me see if we have any questions.